Hello, my starlings. How are you all doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Konshion. It's a bit later today. I'm so sorry. Okay, I need to... This is embarrassing, but I could have sworn the premiere was at 8. I could have sworn the premiere was at 8. I even went on Miori's channel, like I made sure and checked that it was premiering at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And it was at 7 and I missed it. That's why I made the stream so late. It was because I didn't want to, like, you know, interfere with the premiere. And I didn't realize she was streaming after, so there was kind of no point in doing that in the first place. But here we are, an hour later. It's fine, right? I usually stream for a long time anyway, so we're all good. Konshion, konshion. But yeah, how are you guys all doing? Did you guys wait? Were you guys at the premiere? Cause I wasn't. But we'll probably take a listen to the cover together. Yeah. You were, and I wasn't. I don't deserve to be their producer. Listen right when you go home. Yeah, no. My heart dropped when I like clicked on the video and it said premiered 6 minutes ago. Cause I literally saw it like right after the premiere finished. Cause like actually Yuna was DMing me about it. She was like, dang, your instrumental's fire, and I was like, haha, thanks. Cause I thought she was just listening to my file. Cause I like sent her the file beforehand. Sorry Mio if you see this. But yeah, I sent her the master beforehand. So I thought she was just listening to that, like in anticipation for the cover, right? And then I go over to Discord. I'm like, I still have some time before the premiere. Maybe I'll play a little bit of Sound Voltex. So I hop into Discord VC. And Rue, I don't know if Rue is here right now, but Rue joins and says, oh my god, it's so good. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? And I found, like, that's how I found out, cause Rue was like, this is so good. I thought like I came in here because I thought you were streaming the premiere in here, and I was streaming freaking Sound Voltex while the premiere was going on. I felt really dumb. Yeah, but it's okay. We'll pretend like this is like the new premiere, right? Like this is definitely the premiere. We're just, let me just do this real quick. Yeah, this is the premiere, right? Yeah, totally, right? Yeah. Alright, let's take a listen together. This is Gimme Gimme by Miori Celeste. Well, it's by Giga P and Hachiochi P. And it is covered by Miori Celeste and Hako's Bales from Hollow EN. And I made the instrumental. Me. That's me. Cynthia Iona. Me. Shion. I made the instrumental. Alright, let's go. You guys are gonna see how much I suffered to make this. Volume good?
Are you free tonight? Call from you now. I've been waiting this weekend night.
That freaking lead! That freaking lead! Oh my god! that lead was also terrible. I had to do the band pause here as well. Synthion drop incoming. Oh, that sleep is so clean. Okay, get ready for it. Listen closely. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? I snuck it in there. Yeah, amazing cover, but okay. Okay, it's been a while since I've opened this project. But wow, this is gonna be fun to look at again. Like actually, like I suffered so much when making this. Actually, I kind of want to see how much time it took. 26 hours and 44 minutes. Actually, it's not that much. 26 hours and 40. That's more than like an average song that I would make, but it's not that much. Blue and overworked, yeah. Look at when this was started too. It was started on June 11th. So it's almost been 10 months, or been over 10 months actually, since I got the commission. So yeah, this is the project. It actually looks kind of small, but a lot of it went into sound design. So maybe I'll just play through the instrumental real quick. We'll do a quick volume check here as well. Doubled? Oh. You're right. Good thing we did a volume check. Okay. Should be good now. Look at all those MIDI notes. That's crazy. Thank you, membership JJ. Happy 3 months. Wait. That's such a cute artwork. Wait, is that me? Wait, I've never seen that fan art. Wait, have I? But thank you, membership. Anyways, Where were we? Like here-ish? Look at these chords. Stop panning too? Thank you, membership, Remy, on happy 4 months. Congrats on producing for a hollow member. My dream came true. Dang it, it really sounds empty without the vocals though. The filters. 원곡 인스트루멘털에 가깝게 다시 프로듀싱한 건가요? 네, 맞아요. 제가 다시 카피 만든 겁니다. Wait. I just realized. Wait. Oh no, is it like that in the original too? Wait, hold on. That 808 hits a little bit later than the... This is just between us, okay? Don't tell them. You didn't know this, right? Oh my god, that's so sloppy of me. Why? Oh my god, how did I not notice that? It's okay, it's like sidechain. Wait, you're kind of right. Hey Mio, welcome to the stream. Let me mod you. Yeah, so that's the instrumental. Okay, where do I even begin with this? That ending is really weird, by the way. Alright. So let's start with the intro. Let's just go in chronological order. So in the intro we have our drums. I guess drums I don't really need a breakdown. I did add a little bit of like a sweep and like some foley's. And then the car locking sound, which is in the original, by the way. Here. That's the original. So I had to scavenge through so much of freesounds.org, my favorite website in the entire world. And then Polaroid taking picture. That's like the closest thing I could find to that, like one like... That's pretty accurate, right? Oh, there's actually panning on that. Maybe I should have done panning. But yeah, I thought that was pretty accurate. And then I raised the pitch. Oh, I did pan it. Okay. Oh, thank God. I wouldn't be the one to miss out on a detail like that. But yeah, those are the drums. Pretty simple, just like has a lot of like Foley in the middle. Yeah. And then next up we have this sound. This is actually the first thing I started with, I think, when I started making this or remaking this. Do you like doing remakes? Sometimes I enjoy studying other people's beats. I don't really enjoy doing them, but I'm good at them, I think. Like it's not that hard for me, at least for like what do you call it? Like transcribing stuff. I'm like pretty good, decent at transcribing stuff. Well, I wouldn't say like rather than decent, I would say fast. I'm fast at transcribing stuff. So I can transcribe stuff like pretty quickly, which means I am above like faster than most people at instrumental recreation, but I don't know. I got really tripped up on sound designs. So I don't know. Maybe that kind of balances it out. But yeah, this sound was just a combination of two things. So this is like a bottle pop opening sound from like Hyper Potion sample pack. So this just by itself sounds like this. And then I paired that with a marimba sound with like really short decay, I think. Yeah. I actually couldn't find the decay control, so what I did was I just made the notes really short. And then I think I also put a transient. Oh wait, okay. I ended up not doing the transient processor. Oh, I put a gate on it. Yeah, I put a gate on it with a little bit of like release, so it doesn't sound too gated. Yeah, like what I realized in the original is that it sounded like organic and electronic at the same time. Oh, whoops. I don't know, the original is like a lot deeper, but I kind of like what I did as well. I wouldn't say it's entirely accurate. It kind of has a low end to it in the original that I really like, that I wasn't able to recreate. The closest thing I could think of was like a piano key sound. Music box plugs. Yeah, it does sound like a music box. Maybe I should have gone that route. But I don't know. I kind of felt the marimba was like very fitting. Yeah, and then like a simple 808 here. With a little bit of pitch modifications. And then this I freaking lost my mind trying to make this. I actually made this in Serum, apparently. But yeah, it's called hyperpop bass. Oh, actually it's cut off there, so it says a bad word, but it just pretend it says hyperpop bass. But yeah, I just threw a lot of distortion on it and ended up going with like this like Reese pluck thingy. I don't know, I got it to sound pretty bouncy, I think. Yeah, it's very distorted. Sawtooth and what shape? It's a saw and a sine. So let's break it down layer by layer. Yeah, it's just like a sub layer that I didn't use the sub thing for. And then, yeah, it has 2 reverbs on it for some reason. Oh, this is it's kind of supposed to be like a reverb filter, but like very slightly. I don't even know if that did anything, if I'm gonna be real with you. I was just kind of experimenting. Hey, Melly. Does the sine wave help with the distortion? I'm not sure. But I added it because I wanted to feel like a little more bottom heavy. So it's an octave below the sawtooth. Sometimes you just need 2 verbs, so true. Okay, so let's actually align this. Because it sounds kind of empty without the vocal. Alright, and then now we got into the verse. So the verse is pretty much the same as the intro, which I was very, very grateful for. It just has the addition of these chords. And it actually has a pretty weird voicing. Cause it's a F minor chord, but the bottom note is a B flat. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the bottom note's a B flat, which I thought was kind of weird, but like it gives the original like a very like, I don't know, a very Giga color. But yeah, how I made the sound, just harmer. Just a super saw with a low pass thing that looks like this. Original's a little dry and undersaturated. I think you did it better. Thank you. I mean, I don't like I feel bad accepting those kind of compliments is like it's better than the original, but like it's a huge compliment, right? Because it's like I was trying to match the original, right? But yeah, I'm glad you think so. Conscient Felix, welcome to the stream. But yeah, this very unique voicing. And then like a very tight one. And yeah, the drums, just the same as the intro. It's a pretty basic stuff. But I decided to add this layer. This is like a woodblock hit, and it's from the Neko Atsume sound effects. Do you guys know that game? I used to be obsessed with that game. But anyways, I like tuned it to an E. Cause that's what the original snare sounded like. I feel like I should have tuned it to an F to match the key. But I don't know, the original was an E, so I just tried to replicate the original. And just like basic 808 snare stuff. And basic hat rolls. Oh, I will say though, it's swung, so I actually had to plot everything on 1/6 beat. And just shift all the 8th notes over to the right. So true, Emil. I'm gonna mute the vocal for now. So yeah, it's basically just like a culmination of all of this. And then just this like scratch sound effect. I had to stretch it, which made it sound kind of distorted, but you know, it's whatever. You never really notice it in the final mix anyways. Yeah, and then it's just like kind of looping, which was very, very convenient. So like the verse and intro all came together pretty quickly. Now this section, what do you even call this? Like a pre-chorus or a build-up? I was freaking losing my mind for this lead. I don't know if you can even call it a lead. So the closest sound I was able to find was a saxophone. And I distorted it to all heck. Or compressed it, I mean. 100% OTT. The only thing is, I don't know if there was like an option to like disable that like breath at the end of it. Yeah, but it is just the sax. I tried to adjust the release so it wasn't like as saxy. Saxy? Can I say that? But I tried to make it so it's kind of electronic sounding, which was where the OTT came in handy. And then, oh my god, look at this EQ. Yeah, the original sounded much more saxy. And then I kind of made it a lot like brighter, like highs heavy. Yeah, there's like a brushing sound underneath it, but you don't really notice it in the mix. It honestly kind of adds to it. It's like very rhythmic. So yeah, it wasn't a super big deal. And then this, I had to specifically find a bass hit. I forgot what pack this was in, but I was on Splice for hours. Literal hours. I was just pressing the down button until I found something that like had the like sort of metallic timbre that I wanted. I will say the original's like a little more like squarey for that bass. Also, that lead sounds way better in the original. I don't think I did the lead justice. I do think my mix though gives the vocal a lot more room to breathe, which I think is a plus. FM bass, yeah, exactly. It's okay. This did the trick. Hardstyle kick. Oh, that could have worked actually. Like the tail of a hardstyle kick. Yeah, and then I just reversed it to get those sweep effects. Yeah, and actually, FL21 hadn't come out yet, so I had to use these declicking modes to get those like fades at the end of it. I could have just used automation, but that's such a pain. Giga P sounds too cramped. Okay, but the thing is, like for Giga Vocaloid music, cramped is okay, because Vocaloid has a very like electronic sound, which is able to like stand out in the midst of all that like crowdedness. This was done a while ago, yeah. It was started back in June of last year. So yeah. And then the build-up section after the sax lead, there's a shaker. And it has a very, like, weird swing. It's, like, not fully swung like the rest of the song, but it's not also straight eighth notes. It's like that sort of pattern. It's like 35% swing, if you want to call it that. Oh, also, the kick changes here. Or I added another layer to the kick. A whole theater hit, just to kind of make it sound boomy. And then it continues on here with the new shaker. And has the impacts from the intro, along with little, like, what do you call them? Like, little extras. So the first time it has the chant. Second time it has the bass. Yeah. And this also changes chords, which I was kind of upset about, but you know, we deal with it. Vine boom kick. Oh my god, I should have actually used the vine boom. It would have worked well, actually. But yeah, the chords are different for the first two. And then a little riser that cuts out at the 4. I just use the riser I always use. And then this. This was actually kinda hard to get right. I used Vital for some reason. I can't even begin to tell you how I made this sound. There's an LFO. Where is this going? Distortion amount? Yeah. I actually don't know, like, what this... How to even explain this. Oh, hello, Sinomado! Hello! Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Vital. I actually should use it more. But it's just like a little pitch filter. Very distorted, saw wave bass. And it just goes out the end of here. And it actually cuts off a little bit before. I tried to match it pretty exactly with the instrumental. So let's compare. I would say it has a little bit of a steeper slope for the pitch. Yeah. But whatever. It works. The funniest part for Phil's is like that is you just know that Giga dropped in a sample in like 0.02 seconds exactly. And it's not like I can find that exact sample, right? So I have to recreate a freaking sample that probably came from some obscure sample pack that I don't know about. Or maybe it's in a cymatic sample pack and I just don't own it, but anyways. Yeah. It was pretty annoying. Oh, and also for the drums here, I added tongue click sounds, which was in the original as well. It made it sound like what is it? Snoop Dogg. Yeah. And then now we're finally at the chorus. So yeah, there's a little fill here. And I actually don't think the original was as tonal. And I could not find something with that timbre. So I just used the really big snare. Look at this waveform. Yeah, I just used that. And then the chorus. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with the drums. There's still the Foley from the intro. And the little shakers that aren't... Wait, these are fully swung. So these are fully swung. And then these are not fully swung. So this really tripped me up at first. But, yeah. I was able to figure it out. And then there's some sort of like percussion in the background, so I just tried to replicate that. And then I just added a ride there. I actually don't know if there was a ride in the original, but I thought it needed some more energy, so I just threw that in there. And then all together... I had to find the sample from a ancient Vengeance vocal pack. But I think I got it pretty spot on. I think maybe it's like a little faster for the pitch bend. But it does its job. And last but not least, this, again, from freesounds.org, my favorite website. Is it gonna play the whole thing? There we go. So I just cut that short, added some declicking to kind of fade off the end. And that is also in the original. I honestly prefer mine. It sounds very like in your face, which is what it should be, right? It's like for shock value. Like everything stops and it's just that record scratch. Yeah. Okay, so next up, we have the actual melodic content. Okay, why don't we start with the bass line? Because there's a lot going on here. So, first of all, the bass sound. I just went with the saw bass. And what I did is just do the unison pitch depth, but like really, really fast down. So without this filter, it sounds like that, like very, very detuned, but it just closes really quickly, which gives you like a metallic sort of color. And then a tiny bit of prism for some extra like grit. And then distortion. Pretty simple bass. And transcribing this was... it took a while. Especially these like little plucks. I thought they were like a different instrument, but I think it's the bass. I like this one. Boom. Yeah, so that's the bass line. Very involved. And then these are the chords, which aren't as bad. So similar to these chords, but like a little more in your face, a little more detuned, a little brighter. Cause it's the chorus, you gotta add that little extra oomph. And I actually don't like this chord here, but that's what the original used, so I had to. And yeah, that's the melodic section, or like the melodic aspect of it. I guess there's this as well. Pluck fills. This was just like very, very in the background. You actually like, it's very, very hard to notice, but it's just a little cute pluck sound that like has a little pitch going down at the end. So this is square pluck coupled with a higher layer with a lot of prism, or max prism. I actually like the sound. So that's just in the background. It's very hard to notice. But it's there. And it's there in the original as well. Yeah, I should save it as a preset. Yeah. And then the final piece of the puzzle, this lead right here. It's got that, like, you know, that, like, Halloween lead, you know? So this was what I came up with. But with the vibrato as well, so... It's like... I'll take that, you know, it's close enough. Counter rhythm to the chords, right? It like fills in the little gaps, that's why I called it pluck fills. Vibrato making a hit hard. Yeah, it's cause like the vibrato kind of sets it apart when the delay like carries on the sound. Like you can still hear the remnants of the sound. Whereas if it didn't have vibrato, I feel like it would just kind of get lost. So yeah, there's my little nerdy take on that one lead. And then the saxophone comes in again at the end. And the B section of the drop. Oh my god. Okay, this was a lot. Are the pitch bends in the bass automation? If you mean the 808s, then yes. But in here, no, it's FL has like slide notes. So if you see these notes with the little triangle, it means it's sliding to that note. So yeah, this section, the drums are kind of the same, but just with that like the rhythm of the B section. Or I guess like the verse section. Which makes sense because it's going back to the verse. And then the same like swung shaker. Little extra follies. And then this epic trap horn. Love that. It actually works perfectly with the kick. So yeah, it's kind of got like a natural side chain to it, you know? It's pretty cool. And then the same 808s, and then you. Oh my god. Let's take it 4 bars at a time. 3 bars at a time. So there's many layers to the sound. Let's start with 1. So this is just the same thing here, except it doesn't go all the way down, so it's still kind of detuned. Sounds like that. It's got a little phasing effect without the phaser. Oh, it's because of the chorus, right. I added some chorus to it. And then this layer, it's just a very like bright, top-heavy, like super saw. Or I guess not super saw, it's like kinda saw. But yeah, I made the lower octave kind of like die out quicker than the higher octave, because that's what it felt like in the original. So yeah, that's like sort of the main like bulk of that lead. And then the next section, there's like this little like bass note that's like on the offbeats. I couldn't quite replicate it exactly. Oh. Here, let me do this. Where is it? Where are you? You. Is there... Wait. Wait, I could have sworn there was like a little like thing on the offbeats, but maybe not. Oh, it's not on the offbeats, it's on the beats. My bad. I was thinking of the next section where there's like actually an offbeat bass. So these two are like this one. It kind of has like a very high octave on the actual downbeat. And this is just same sort of like supersaw sound. That has the pitch envelope. So it just follows that curve. Whoops. It's like very, very subtle. But you can kind of hear it on the downbeats where it's like very, very high. There's like that little squeaky layer. And that one actually kind of goes like up, which I just noticed now. But oh well. So yeah, that's just like a little background thing. And then there's actually like a little like I don't know if it was just an overtone, but I was noticing this like one little like bell-like thing at the end of it. And it was sort of pan right, which probably means it's an overtone that was just like kind of sticking out, but I just like threw it on there. Actually, it's there. I think that was intentional. I hear it. But yeah, that's the lead. And then a little bell sound to kind of wrap it up here. This one was very simple. It was kind of like a free bar. And it's just a lot of prism with another layer that's just a saw wave. There's so many music terms in my head right now. And it's got OTT with delay reverb. And then it pans left at the very end of it. Why isn't that working? Oh, it's muted. I hate that automation can mute as well. So yeah, pretty cool effect. And then just the riser. Same thing but with the riser. Of course, I love EDM. Okay, and then this little bass fill, I was so lost. I had to turn to desperation, and I downloaded a Steve Aoki Serum preset. So, yeah. And I had to kind of add my own vibrato because I didn't know how to do it inside Serum. So yeah, pretty generic bass sound. It's probably easy to some people, but I could not figure out. Like, I was not gonna take the effort to learn like FM or whatever to learn that sound. So that's the best I got. It's like kind of like not even in key in the original. So it was kind of hard to figure out the notes, but yeah, that's what I got. And It has like a very small laser thing at the end of it. I think that one's self-explanatory. But yeah, instrumental break, pretty crazy, but it's mostly just the lead that was crazy. Original has some white noise, yeah, for sure. It's also kind of, it has like a transient to it. But yeah, that's all I got. And then this part's copy-paste. Paying attention to the bass fills though, cause the first time around it doesn't have the bass fill. Or does it? It does. Never mind. Forget what I said. Oh, wait, what was different about it? Oh, okay, wait, I'm thinking of the second half. Because the second half changes from this pluck to the saxophone lead. Giga picks a bass fill sample in 2 seconds and I suffer. Exactly, I know, it's so stupid, but like, I sort of have to do it. 팔라미님, thank you membership. I appreciate it. 감사합니다. Oh yeah, and some crazy hats here as well. Like, Giga actually went crazy on these hi-hats. What was bro cooking? And I actually slowed it down to kind of... Because I noticed these were, like, faster than these. Marginally. Right? So I had to slow it down. And count. It was probably not worth the effort, but anyways. And then this section's back. It's reusing some sounds from the intro, like the Polaroid thing. And then this part actually has a break instead of the bass sound. And then it kind of fades out into nothing here, except for that one little pluck. As compared to the first one where it's like... It has like a fill. Where was it? And then, well, I guess different fill, so I guess same thing. But yeah, the first one has that bass in the middle. Second one does not. It's kind of like finding the difference between 2 pictures. You know, corporate wants you to find the difference between these 2 pictures. They're the same picture. That meme, yeah, that's me. Shaker on duplets. They're not exact duplets. They're like kind of swung. They're like 35% swung. If I had to like name it, maybe not even. Maybe like 20%. It's like ever so slightly swung. Oh, the balance automation here? Let's see. Which one is it on? I know it's for something. Wait, that's not it. I forgot what it's for. How do I check? Cause that's the reverb filter. What else has a balance that I'm thinking about? Oh, you. Huh? Oh, okay, I think there was like a tail here that I didn't want. Maybe? Oh, no. Okay, I just muted it here. What was this for? No, wait, that's reverb. Oh my god, wait. It's somewhere here. I probably just turned it off and then just needed to turn it on again. It's gotta be for one of these side chains, right? Okay, well, we'll never know. But yeah, the Halloween lead makes a comeback here. And then this is the same stuff from the intro. Oh wait, no. This is the same stuff from the intro. But I added a new... very, very high lead. It's just a very distorted sine wave pluck. And then copy paste again. So yeah, there was a lot of copy paste, which was thankfully there was a lot of copy paste. And then this was the only thing different. The drum kinda at the end was a little different. And then the filter coming down and up. It was a bandpass. And this is for the sidechain. The entire sidechain channel, I just like low passed it. But then this was also in the sidechain, so I had to bring it back. It was a lot. And the bridge was pretty easy actually. There was like a big impact as well as these like subtle 808 drums. And then the same chords in the intro. It was actually kind of genius now that I think about it. Because remember how I said that voicing is really interesting, right? But without the context of the 808, it sounds like a completely different chord. Whereas with the context of the 808, it sounds like an F chord. But then without it, it doesn't exactly sound like an F chord. So that was pretty cool. And actually, while I was recreating it, I thought it was different chords here. But then I realized it's like, oh, it's using the same stuff in the intro. That's one thing I realized about recreating instrumentals, is that all producers are the same, right? We're all lazy. So we will reuse stuff from the intro, and if it sounds similar but not exactly similar, it's probably the same thing. And it just has like a different context to it, as that's why it sounds different, is what I realized. Work smarter, not harder. Exactly. So yeah, this build-up is actually interesting because first off, it kind of sounds like the percussion is just like random. And then here, it's actually like, I don't know why, but the original just goes straight 16th notes there. Like, it literally sounds like when you jack FX and buttons on a Sound Voltex controller. Like, it sounds super even. Or I guess these are 30 seconds. But yeah, I don't know. Why wouldn't you go like 24ths here? Cause it's like swing. Wouldn't like never mind. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. That's Giga P's decision, not mine. And then the same fill from the intro. Or from the first chorus. And yeah, and one of my risers. That's it. I love this riser though. And oh yeah, okay. So this instrumental break, it was deceiving because it sounds exactly like this, right? But it's like this with extra steps for some reason. I don't know why they decided to go the extra mile, but they threw in a bunch of like random stuff here. So that's the first instrumental break. This is the second instrumental break. We're not gonna talk about that. So yeah, bunch of extra little tiny details here. Let's start with the drums. There's like an extra hi-hat that does like straight duplets, like straight 8th notes. For some reason. I can't even tell you why. And yeah. Oh yeah, and the chant. Very, very classic chant. It's actually a little weird because this part is still swung normally. And then there's duples sitting on like swung. Normal swung. Normal swing. Swung? I don't know anymore. Crazy hi-hats in the second half. Yeah, some very interesting decisions there, production-wise. But yeah, just thought I'd point out that little tiny extra detail. That's in the original. I couldn't find that exact sound, so I had to make do. So yeah, those are the drums. These are the chords. Oh, there's the same horn. Oh yeah, so actually there's chords here, surprisingly. The first part didn't have chords. So yeah, that's all there is to that. They kind of if you guys have ever played Rhythm Heaven, you know, like at the end of each column, there's like a little like mix that like combines everything you saw in the previous thing. Or it's like the last stage of a boss fight where it uses like every single like gimmick or like element that was used in the fights prior to it. It was kind of like that because it's just throwing literally everything that appeared before in this tiny little 8-bar section. Remix ton, exactly. It's like everything comes all together at once. Yeah. And then there's this. Same lead, except it cuts out here. And very, very funny bass fill here. Yeah, and I by this point I could kind of tell this was just like a sample that Giga P pulled out. So I just threw in a random sample that I had. The weird sounds like Giga's signature sound. Actually, now that you point it out, I've heard it in other Giga songs as well. But yeah, this is like how it fits in. And then this part, it's like a little variation of what was there before. So it's the same bells, but it has this like little extra plug. That's like, I don't know, I guess it does something. But again, just a lot of prism, a lot of supersaw. So yeah. And that's about it. The theater hits had to go down here to make some room. Oh my god, I'm still kind of upset about this though. Let me at least fix it now. Oh, what happened? Yeah, no one noticed, right? Right, no one noticed, right? I hope. Second part goes crazy, yeah, I added this riser. I don't think it was this exact riser. The feature based riser. Maybe it is that exact riser. Doesn't it sound like it? Yeah. Oh, and then there's actually also this extra little bass note that I was talking about. So when I said offbeat bass note, this is what I meant. Whatever this is. Just a very distorted saw bass again with the same unison pitch thing. That's honestly, if you want to copy my sound design, you just need to learn how to do this. It's literally just unison 9, and then turn the pitch thickness from like very high to very low really quickly. And then very nice vocal here. And then copy paste, my beloved. I've been coughing a lot today. I actually hope I didn't get sick again, but anyways. Yeah, copy paste here. So it sounds like it's gonna end the same way as here. No, wait, not there. Like with the record scratch and whatnot, but it goes on. It's like, psych, gotcha. With that little bass. Like, it's kind of like rude. It's like, haha, you were expecting a record scratch, but here I come on the offbeat. And then it's the same thing here, except instead of that lead, there's this, the sax lead again. And then this part's actually different here. It had this like little funny bass. And I couldn't find that sound, so I just... This is the best I got. I got this from a Neuro DMV sample pack. I actually remember this one specifically. And then crazy 808 snare fills here. And then it's like, it's the last time it does it, so let's just go all out and just throws everything here. And of course, you know I had to add it. And had to throw this in there again. Of course! Can't be a Synthion production without it. And yeah, the outro is just the same elements again. With that vine boom in the intro, you know? And then like the bass jump scare at the end. Actually, when I would listen to the instrumental to kind of like judge the mix of it, I would render it out and like go listen to it in my car and stuff. And I would think it ended here. I'm like, oh, okay, the song's over. And then I'm patiently waiting for the next song, And that sound would scare me. Bass jump scare, yeah, no, it actually is. It really did jump scare me. But yeah, that's about it. If there's like a specific sound that you heard that you want me to go more in depth in, then feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Or yeah. I will drink some water. Now's your chance if you want to ask about anything. Oh wait, let me hear what the vocals. How long did it take in total? 27 hours. And a little bit less than this because it counted the time that I was looking through it just now. So a little less than 27 hours and 56 minutes. how did you get the commission? So it was actually through Yuna that I met Mio. Like Miori, not Miolophone. Miori Celesta. We met through Yuna, and we actually had dinner together because I was planning to meet Yuna when she was in New York. But she was there with Mio, and I did want to see Yuna, but they were together, so I was like, okay, I'll just see both of you at the same time, and it was like a nice little introduction. So yeah, we had dinner together, and that was like our first like interaction. Um, but we weren't like super close, like the way Yuna and I are. Until she like reached out to me about like a very important like cover that she wants to do for this song. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, I accepted. But what she didn't tell me was that it was with Bales. Like she left out that detail, and she was just like, this is very confidential, like don't tell anyone about it. And I was like, okay. But why? It's okay. I don't need to know why. That's fine. Yeah, and she didn't tell me who the cover was with. And she like let me know. She just kind of dropped it casually in the middle. So I like sent her like a whip or something. And then she was like, "Oh yeah, Bales and I just got the recordings done." And I was like, "Huh? Bales?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, the person I'm doing the cover with." And I was like, Bales, like the Hololive Bales?" And she was like, "Oh my god, I forgot to tell you. I'm so sorry." So yeah, that's how I found out was it was with Bales. And I was very, very shocked. And I was pretty much already done with the instrumental by then, so it was yeah. I was like, dang, maybe I should have paid a little more attention. Maybe I wouldn't have made such sloppy mistakes if it were like if I had known. But I mean, I pretty much treat all of my clients the same. But it did kind of put me on edge a little bit. I was like, dang, like me, like is it good enough? I started to like second guess myself. But yeah, that's how I found out. I'll just leave it. Here's my question. How was your day? My day was pretty good, actually. I woke up at 2 p.m. and I went to the store. Oh wait, no, I did some work first, and then I went to the store, and I made myself some mapo tofu that was really, really spicy. And then I played Sound Voltex, and now I'm streaming. And then after I stream, I'm gonna go play Blue Archive. Which tracks is the main sidechain affecting? Pretty much everything, I wanna say. So I know it says alt chain, but it's just going into the sidechain. Yeah, pretty much everything except for the drums and percussions. Konshino Bokonim. How's the mapo tofu? It was really yummy and really, really, really spicy, which is my favorite. Who's the singer? It's Miori Celeste and Hako's Bales from Hollow Ian. You can check out the link in the description. I felt like I was saying a sponsor, but this is not sponsored. But yeah, overall pretty involved project. I know I went through it I know I went through it kind of quickly, but yeah, some of those sounds are just like pretty complex and I don't feel like going into the nitty-gritty details of it. Or like the process, I should say, was like the hard part. I went through like a lot of different drafts for the leads. What did it mean that you're the final master? Okay, so actually funny story about this. So the person that mixed it also did the master originally. And Mio sent me the final master when it was done. And she was like, hey, here's the final master. Like, thank you again for working on it and whatever. And then I was like, oh wow, it sounds great. But is this like mastered already? And she was like, oh yeah, this is the master. Yeah, it's the version we're gonna upload. And it sounded very. I don't want to say like bad. It was weak, right? It was weak because I feel like it was not the type of mastering for like a song as electronic as this. It felt like more acoustic style mastering. So I offered to Mio and I was like, hey, like it's kind of lacking some low end and I feel like your voices are kind of buried in it. Do you mind if I try and master it? Or like I think at first I was like, oh, maybe you should like let the person that mastered it know like it's kind of missing some low end and stuff. And then she told me, it was like, I actually already went through like 6 or 7 different drafts. Oh, okay, wait. Actually here she went through 9 versions. Look at that. Version 9. And she told me she like already went through like 9 different versions. I kind of don't want to ask them, so I was like, "Do you have the mixed vocal? And I could just master it for you?" And then she was like, oh my god, like you're a lifesaver. And I went through like 6 or 7 different versions because Vales is kind of picky with like vocal room and whatever. So I tried to fine tune it to them and we found a master that we liked. And I think the final master sounded pretty good. It was punchy and had enough room for the vocals. So yeah. I was pretty happy with the master. And I also, while I was mastering, I kind of added some little details to the mix. So in the original mix, this reverb and delay kind of goes through. Whereas this part's supposed to be like a hard cut, right? Like, even if you look at the... Oh, well, this is the off vocal. But if you look at this waveform, it's just like hard cut. There's like nothing here. So I was like, if you want... Or like, I thought to myself, like, if I want this effect, I should probably just cut off the tail. So that's what I did. Or not exactly like that, but when the record scratch ends. Or something like that. Not exactly. I mean, I can pull up the master project file if you guys want to look at that too. See ya, Dougie. What are your thoughts on mixing the song? So the mix is... It was kind of difficult. Because there's a lot of moving parts here, and it's also very like percussion heavy. So it was kind of involved for the mix. And getting the lead to sit right while not overpowering the vocal, because like, especially this part. Like, this is such a like bold lead and like bold melody line, and it's like so high up and very bright, and like I was like, this can interfere with the vocal a lot. So I tried to tone it down, but I tried to also keep it like alive. So it's all about finding like a happy medium between those, which is harder than you think. This project took 28 hours. Well, 27 hours. Until I started this breakdown. 26 hours, yeah, exactly. I would argue it took way more than 26 hours though, because a lot of it was like sound design and I didn't press save after because I got frustrated. That and like also looking through samples on Freesounds and Splice. I would say that took around like 5 or 6 hours just like on its own. So yeah, there's a bunch of unrecorded time. And if you count like breaks and like me just like stopping to think for a second or like playing MIDI notes, that doesn't count towards like project time. I would say upwards to like 80 hours, I want to say, total. Like counting the time that's like spent like just listening to it, not tweaking anything. Yeah, those hours definitely count too. What was one thing you learned from this remake? Huh. What is one thing I learned from this remake? There's gotta be something. Oh, okay, wait. I guess, like, the impact of, like, these hard cuts. Sometimes that's just the best way to transition, right? It's just like, you have A section that sounds like this, and you have B section that sounds like this. And it's like, how do you get from point A to point B? You just throw a funny sample in the middle and just cut it out entirely. Like, I sort of used that technique in like Starburst. Or I guess it was less of that, but like more like playing with like the wet dryness of it. Just like cutting off all the tails, keeping everything very nice and crisp. Glad you took care of the master. It feels originally lacking low end. Yeah, it definitely was lacking low end in the original. Yeah. What else did I learn? I'm trying to think. Oh, I guess maybe something like this, where it's like one very iconic sound that like sort of ties together the whole song, right? Because it's like heard in like every single section of the song. So like if you're looking for cohesiveness in a song, I feel like that's a very nice way to do it. Is like find a very iconic sound and just kind of sprinkle that everywhere. Like your like Salt Bae. Actually, is that controversial? What was the thing that gave you the most headache? Maybe it's this face. I really wanted to get it right. This and also this lead. Oh my god, no, it's for sure this lead. Cause this lead, I think went through like at least 20 different drops. Like I would make a lead and I'd listen to it and I'd be like trying to tweak it and I'd be like, no, I should just start from the beginning again. And I would literally just go here, default, preset, load it up, and start again. Yeah. The leads were quite hard. Master project, you wanna see it? Okay. Let me pull it up real quick. Don't mind the blue archive logo. I forgot to turn that off again. Save changes? No. Mastering tips that use on this specifically or in general? We can go over both. Oh no, wait, actually, I don't think I have the pre-master. Wait, hold on. Locate sample. Do I have it saved? I mean, I guess I could just render out a new one. Oh, there it is. Reload project. How do you stay consistent for the whole project, like still in tune with the whole theme of the song? You just have to like listen back, like A, B, your project, and then like the original over and over again. It's annoying, but like it's kind of what you have to do if you want to do a instrumental recreation. For one without sound design training, it's really hard. Kudos to you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have like extensive sound design training. So yeah, this is the master. It's actually not even compressing that much in the intro. But yeah, just my like classic mastering style for like EDM, because it's pretty much an EDM song, right? And then I also threw some soothe on the vocal because there were some like kind of harsh frequencies that I wanted to take out. And I did a lot of side chaining on like from the vocal to the instrumental. So if you hear how do I hear just the side chain? Oh, there we go. Wait. That's what I want. Wait, how would I do this? I guess like... Oh, wait, I could just turn down this. So yeah, so this is what side chaining is. So I turned on delta on soothe. So can you like kind of hear? It kind of sounds like the vocals, right? So I tried to capture like this section, which was like where the strongness of the vocal is. And I really tried to like invert that. So basically what it's doing is it's taking out these frequencies that you're hearing right here to kind of make room for the vocal. So all of this is being removed. So yeah, that's what delta means. And you actually don't notice it when you're just listening to it, but it makes such a huge difference. So if you're working with vocals, definitely use Soothe. Definitely sidechain your vocals. I think I learned this from a YouTube short. But yeah, it's a really cool concept, and it works. Like, it makes your like mix so much more spacious. So that's with sidechain, without sidechain. Sounds kind of muddy. Whereas this section, it's like the vocals are sitting very comfortably on top. Didn't know you could do that with Soothe. Yeah, I actually don't know any other plugins that work with it. Probably some like Waves or whatever, but I don't like Waves that much. Manually doing it with the EQs and oh my god. I mean, I guess you could probably do it with the inverse. Oh wait, I'm like thinking now. Maybe you could do it with Waves Vocal Writer, and then do the right automation tool, and then just invert that automation. That would actually work. Yeah, wow. Or just the dynamic EQ. Yeah, that works too. But yeah, that's sort of the main thing that I did, was just try and get the vocals a little bit more room to breathe. Because the original master was doing that, but like, it just wasn't hitting the same. And honestly, like... Okay, I don't wanna... Okay, I'm not judging the original, but here's what the original mix sounded like. Like, it's not a bad master, right? The vocals are present, and they're pretty spacious, but it's like you can even see in the waveform that it's just like it dips down for the instrumental, and it sounded so weak. And I actually felt kind of embarrassed listening to my own instrumental break. And I was like, dang, it sounds so dead. Like, it's like the difference, you know, like photo angles make. So like, even if the subject is very pretty, very beautiful, if you take it out of like a weird angle, they'll look ugly, right? So that's kind of how I felt about this. He was trying to follow Giga saturation. Oh, you do have a point. It does sound like Giga saturation. But yeah. Yeah, instrumental is my baby. I did want to make the instrumental kind of stand out more. Which was a little greedy of me, hehe, but I think overall it was for the better. Because it made them sound way more alive as well. Because like, come on, this sounds like Fantastic, right? I couldn't let her put it out like this, so... I went with this. It added a lot more depth. Yeah, right. Yeah, very warm as well. Think if the mix is good, then not much needs to be done to the master. I agree. But I think this was a case where too much was done to the master. I think they sort of went overboard with it. And it just kind of like got muddy. So So yeah, my master chain actually isn't that involved. Literally just a single like low or high pass on the side signal. So what this is doing is it's just cutting out the side signal on the low end. So like from 120 hertz ish down. So it's just making all of that mono, which kind of cleans it up a little bit if there's like anything weird going on in your sub. It just makes that section only mono. And then here, for good measure, I just did it again in the imager. Kind of reduce. I kind of like making this like slope thing where it kind of ramps up towards the higher frequencies. It kind of makes it sound more alive. I don't know how to describe it other than that. So just adding a little bit more space to the high ends. And then some very, very, very light compression. It's literally just taking the peaks. Well, it's not light compression, but a little bit of compression. I guess I went pretty heavy on the sub, but yeah. So you want it to be below when it's like resting. But like when there's hits, you want it to be compressed down. That's sort of the way I look at it. And then maximizer, I didn't go too heavy with it. Let's see what RMS I'm at. Minus 4.6. Yeah, I went pretty light with it because I wanted to give the vocal some room to breathe. And it's also not like heavy bass music where it needs to be like RMS -2 or -1 even. So yeah. Managed to retain the transients without the transient booster. Oh, is there a transient booster? Or is that an Ozone 9 thing? Cause I didn't know that was a thing. Or do you mean this? I actually don't know what this does. Oh, the one on the right. I kinda hear a difference. Also, thank you membership, Lord Look of Bacon. Thank you, happy 3 months. The instrumental was so good, thank you. Yeah, honestly, I can't really hear a difference, if I'm gonna be honest. When I need to master loud but retain loudness. Huh. Maybe I'll try it out next time. I actually didn't know this was a thing. So thank you for letting me know. Retain transients. Oh, I read it like that. Or I read it out loud the way you said it, but I read it in my head as that. But yeah, pretty simple master. Pretty spacious for the vocal to breathe. And that's about it. Yeah. Oh, also here are the cuts that I was talking about. I just literally cut it out and then like put a little volume so it's not as awkward or like as sudden. Still very sudden, but yeah. Same thing here. Testament to the importance of a good mix, yeah. I think good mix 1,000,000% over good master. I think a good mix can definitely make or break a song. Master can as well, like arguably. Like, imagine if it went out like this. Like, it wouldn't be bad, right? It's not the end of the world, but like, if the mix was muddy, then that would be the end of the world. So I do think mix much more important than master. But I think the light mastering was what it needed here. Good audio sources, yeah, they both have really professional setups. Like the acapella on its own, I don't know if I'm allowed to play it on its own, but it sounds really good.
Are you free tonight? Card from you now.
Yeah, the vocal mix is very, very good.
I've been waiting this weekend night. 今夜ものにな私の何もかも溢れてってるリビドー過ぎそうな衝動そんなの見ててよ殿下の本当行こうとちょっと酔っちゃったかも
Very, very clean, very professional. Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. I think that's like everything I have to explain or like talk about it. Go listen to the original if you haven't already. I mean, you've heard it like 10 times throughout the entirety of the stream, but yeah, go actually track your play on the YouTube. On the YouTube, on their YouTube video. On the YouTube. I'm speaking like a old woman. Did you use both monitors and cans during the mixing process? Cans? Yeah, definitely check every single audio source that you can. But anyways. Mostly use my monitors. I would say like 80% monitors while I'm mixing, and then 20% headphones. I say headphones if I want to hear something like specific, or if I'm listening to like a final mix down. So really only then. But yeah, when I'm listening to final mixdown, I actually listen on like everything I can. So I'll listen on my phone speakers, I'll listen on car speakers. Back then I had my car still. Listen on like any other speaker system that I can. And yeah, just see how it sounds. Mix down and master. Yeah. Your neighbors wouldn't take kindly to monitors? It's not like they need to be super loud or anything. Like, actually, it probably shouldn't be loud in the first place, because it's like, it needs to be... You don't want to damage your ears. Just, as long as you can hear everything. I never have my monitors, like, super, super loud. But it's not like my place has, like, paper-thin walls either, so... I'm pretty much good. Yeah, the car test, it's real. The car test goes so hard. Like, if it doesn't sound good in the car, then you failed. Like, car is like the quintessential test. Because it's like, most cars have like above average, well, we're above average speakers where it's like, the average speaker is like someone's like visual monitor, like a screen monitor speakers, or like laptop speakers or like phone speakers, right? Oh, I also make sure to listen on AirPods, because I feel like that's how most people listen to music, is through AirPods. So I always make sure to listen through AirPods first. Don't know if my car has ones worthy of the test. That's the thing. So it's like, it doesn't matter how good your car speakers are. If it sounds good, like, probably the worse the speaker, if it sounds good, then it's even better, right? Because if it can sound good on a bad speaker, imagine how good it'll sound on a good speaker. That's how I think about it. Bluetooth compression, exactly. Like that's like that sort of thing you can't replicate in a VST, right? So you need to actually take it to an audio source and like test it through there. Try to listen on headphones, but sometimes I can't wait. Then I listen through phone speakers. Yeah, that's why we tested on phone speakers. Like, tested mono, tested stereo, tested on phone speakers, tested on, like, the worst pair of headphones you can find in your house. Tested on, like, a 7-year-old pair of Apple earpods. You know? You gotta listen through all your sources. And actually, the really interesting thing is, like, sometimes you'll find things or, like, mistakes or, like, something you want to change or, like, even some ideas you want to add based on what sound source you're listening from. It's actually really interesting. Yeah. On a bunch of different bit rates. Okay, I don't go that far, but that is a good idea. I should start doing that. Yeah. But yeah, the breakdown is over. Here, let me turn my BGM on again. And head over here. Yeah, hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you heard something that you didn't hear in the original. Or hopefully it was entertaining. Yeah, I'm just glad if it helped like at least one of you. Cause that was my goal. That's why I do the breakdowns. And I know VOD Gang is gonna really like dig it apart, so hello VOD Gang. Most of it went over your head, but it was still cool to watch. That's okay. Like, as long as you found it interesting, then that's fine. I try not to be like too nerdy about it, but it's a breakdown. I can't help it. When you learn more about music from a YouTube VOD than the college class, that's the college dropout seal of approval right there. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today. Sorry for the shorter stream and sorry for starting so late. I thought the premiere was at 8. That's so sad. But yeah, I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Oh, Athena's doing her donathon. My song is out there now, yeah, for everyone to listen to. It's kind of embarrassing, but yeah. My portfolio's getting so fat. So stacked. That's the right word. So fat. Yeah, hopefully I can add some more things to the portfolio soon. A healthy portfolio, yeah. Let's not portfolio shame. Alright, it's been fun. I'll see you all tomorrow. tomorrow, yeah, we're gonna be playing a new rhythm game. A Dance of Fire and Ice. I've seen it everywhere. And I've had people ask me like, can I use your music for this game? And blah blah blah. So, excited to check that out. Hope to see you there. That's gonna be at 8 p.m. like usual. And yeah, I'll see you over on Athena's stream. Let me pull it up real quick. Alright. What are they playing? Anyways. Bye bye everyone, that's been fun. Otsushian, outro. Ah! Oh, join the Discord if you haven't already at discord.gg/Synthion. Okay, bye.